Hello, today we're going to take a look at how to convert linear equations between standard form and slope-intercept form. So as a reminder, the standard form of a linear equation is ax plus by equals c. For a standard form equation, a must be positive and both a and b must be whole numbers. And the slope-intercept form of a linear equation is y equals mx plus b. This is called slope-intercept form because the equation itself tells you the slope, m, and the y-intercept, b. So let's start with a simple example. Let's convert the standard form equation x plus y equals 2 to slope-intercept form. To convert from standard form to slope-intercept form, all we have to do is rearrange our equation to solve for y and then double check that our terms are in the correct order. So to do that with this equation, we have to subtract x from both sides. When we do that, our x's cancel out and we're left with y on the left side equals 2 minus x. Now this is almost correct. But remember, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. That means that our x term needs to be first. Because of the commutative property of addition, we know that we can swap our two terms on the right side of our equation. So that will give us y equals negative x plus 2. Notice that I kept the signs with each of the numbers. So we have minus x up here, and that becomes negative x. And our 2 is positive up here, and that becomes plus 2. Making sure your signs are correct is super important when you do this. So now, because our equation is in slope-intercept form, we can easily see that our slope, m, is equal to negative 1, and our y-intercept, b, is equal to 2. So let's try another one. Let's convert 2x minus 3y equals 6 to slope-intercept form. The first thing we need to do is solve our equation for y. We can start by subtracting 2x from both sides of our equation. So our 2x's cancel out over here, and we're left with negative 3y equals 6 minus 2x. Now we divide both sides by negative 3. We need to divide the entire right side by negative 3. So this means that each term needs to be divided by negative 3. It's easy to want to only divide 6 by negative 3, but this will give you an incorrect answer. So make sure you also divide negative 2x by negative 3. So over here on our left side, our negative 3's cancel out, and we're left with y equals 6 divided by negative 3 is negative 2. Because a positive divided by a negative is a negative. And then negative 2x divided by negative 3 gives you positive 2/3 x. Because a negative divided by a negative is equal to a positive. So we almost have our correct answer, but we need to switch our terms on the right side. So that will give us y equals 2/3 x minus 2. And we can see that our slope, m, is equal to 2/3. And our y-intercept, b, is equal to negative 2. But what if we want to go the other way and convert a slope-intercept form equation to standard form? Well, let's take a look at an example. Let's convert y equals negative 4x plus 7 to standard form. Remember, standard form is ax plus by equals c. To convert to this form, all we have to do is bring our x terms to the left side of the equation. Then we'll make sure our a value is positive and both our a and b values are whole numbers. So to move this x term to the left side of the equation for this problem, we're going to add 4x to both sides. Our 4x's will cancel out on the right side. And on the left side, we're left with y plus 4x equals 7. Now we use the commutative property of addition to swap our terms on the left side and get 4x plus y equals 7. Finally, we check to make sure our a value is positive and our a and b values are whole numbers. Both of these things are true, so this is our final answer. Let's try one more example. Convert y equals 4/7 x minus 9 to standard form. For this equation, we're going to start by multiplying the entire equation by 7 so that we can get rid of this fractional term. So 7 times y is 7y. 7 times 4/7 x, our 7's will cancel out, and that'll leave us with 4x. And 7 times negative 9 is negative 63. So again, we're going to bring our x term to the left side of the equation by subtracting 4x from both sides. So that gives us 7y minus 4x equals, our x terms cancel out, negative 63. Now we're going to swap our terms on the left side using the commutative property of addition to get negative 4x plus 7y equals negative 63. Finally, we make sure that a is positive and both a and b are whole numbers. A is negative, so we need to deal with this first. So to get rid of the negative in front of the a, we're going to multiply the entire equation by negative 1. When we do this, we'll get negative 1 times negative 4x is 4x. Negative 1 times 7y is minus 7y. And negative 1 times negative 63 is positive 63. So now our a value is positive, and both our a and b values are whole numbers. So this is our final answer. I hope that this video helped you better understand how to convert between standard form and slope-intercept forms of linear equations. Thanks for watching, and happy studying.